Howdy everybody, out here with a Miami Sweets Irish Cream. I'm on another cheap cigar kick. And as you can see, new hat. It's a Guatemalan Palm from Sunbody. And I like it. It's nice and cool. It breathes better than a felt hat does, which I love. I love wearing wide-brimmed fedora-style hats, but it's just not practical during summer to wear a felt fedora hat. So I thought this would be an interesting way to go. Now I've got I can be Dr. Jones or Dr. Grant if I have to be. Bases covered. It ain't bad. It smells kind of nice. Don't really taste any Irish cream, but it's nice. But anyway, really oily wrapper. It's kind of a Maduro style wrapper, but anyway. This is kind of a movie, not really movie review, more of a movie rant or movie discussion, monologue, whatever. So yes, there are going to be spoilers. So if you do not want to have the movie Apollo 18 spoiled for you, then you probably don't want to listen any further than this. My impression was it was a very effective movie. You know, I usually don't care for found footage style movies. You know, like Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity, stuff like that. I usually don't watch stuff like that just because it's kind of gimmicky to me. But this was space horror movie on the moon. I'm in. I don't care, even if I don't like found footage movies. I can't pass this one up. But anyway, it's really flaking ash off on me. But, so like I said, it's a Apollo 18, very effective movie, very creepy. It's man, you can really believe that. From what I understand, they do use actual NASA moon footage, which just adds to the realism of it. And it's really atmospheric, which I love in horror movies. I love when they really build up the atmosphere, and there's only like 3 guys throughout most of the film, and it was a very small cast, and I thought they were really good actors. Now, I didn't really recognize any of the names, but sometimes that's, out of fuel, apparently. Anyway, the whole thing is, you have these 3 astronauts, 2 of whom are in a lander, 1 is in an orbiter. This is filmed in the 70s. It was before we started using shuttles. At least I think it was before we started using shuttles. I could be wrong about that. But It you got one guy in the orbiter going around, but most of the actual tension happens around the two guys in the lander. It's Nate Walker and Ben Anderson, and like the whole thing is this top secret mission. They go into it knowing that it's going to be top secret. The world's not going to find out what they're doing, and it's going to be it's all orchestrated by the Department of Defense. And they get up there, and just things start going wrong. And they do one of those things in documentary-style movies where when there's something creepy on screen that is not necessarily noticeable right off the bat, they darken everything except for that little, that little circle around whatever they want you to be looking at, which once again makes it really creepy because you have these little, what the hell is that moment, like several times during the film, and that was really cool. And the creature effects were very interesting because and here's the spoiler, it seems to be some kind of organisms that live inside the rocks, and in many cases seem to be the rocks, like some kind of, like, you'll have a little rock and it's at some point it'll seem kind of arachnid and skittering around. But they hell, I'm gonna have to get my lighter in a minute. They they find this Russian lander, and they find one of the cosmonauts dead in this impact crater near the lander, and as the movie progresses, you get the sense that these little critters come from this impact crater. So my sense is that they're probably not indigenous. They were delivered as part of a payload in a meteor strike or something like that. But the movie, Nate at one point is going out to check on something and reports that something's moving in his suit, and you get a really close-up image of what looks like a giant freaking spider climbing around inside his helmet. And anyway, it was really, really cool, I thought. I kind of wish that, usually when I go to see something like that, I don't like, because I read that that it was some kind of parasitic life, which I thought was stupid, but, I wanted to see it anyway. But then, I was pleasantly surprised, I guess, maybe, not so pleasantly, considering that, I was creeped out, but the creature effects were very effective in that. You just kind of, you have those little shudder reactions. Sorry, looked like there was kind of an image delay or something. But I tend to, I was kind of hoping for something, more of an actual, creature in the film, but that was cool too. Oh well, it's just my little movie ramble. If any of you have actually seen the movie, and hopefully you've already seen the movie. I hate spoiling stuff for people, but I gave plenty of fair warning. But any comments about the movie, feel free to post. I love discussing films with people. But you guys take it easy. Happy trails.